guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. And today we're back with a part. This is part 7 of my no, part 8. It is part 8 of my Road to My License series. So without further ado, let's get started. Today is the last video where I'm taking practice tests without studying. Today we're doing Rule 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we're just gonna get it all done. So let's get started. All right. So Rule 7. Before opening a door on the side of the roadway, you should open it quickly to exit before traffic arrives, check mirrors and blind spots for cyclists or other vehicles, rely on other drivers to slow down, sound the horn before opening the door. You should check mirrors and blind spots for cyclists and all that. If a police officer directs you to pull over, which of the following actions must you take? Didn't we already do this question like a few videos back? I feel like we have. I don't know. Stop immediately in the lane you are in, pull as far to the right as you safely can, then provide documents upon request. Continue driving until you find a public parking lot, pull over and wait 24 hours before producing your documents. So random. Pull as far to the right. What should you do if a warning light on your dashboard stays on after you start driving? Ignore it unless you see smoke coming from the engine. Stop immediately and investigate the possible cause or consult a mechanic. Increase your speed to see if the light turns off. Remove the fuse for that warning light. Stop immediately. If you are reversing to the left, turn your body and head to the right and look back over your right shoulder. Turn your body and head to the left and look over your left shoulder. If you turn your body to the left, I feel like it's to the left. Okay. I love how I had to do the movement to figure it out. It's crazy. When the traffic signal light facing a driver is red and the driver intends to go straight through the intersection, what must the driver do first? Stop, give pedestrians the right of way, then proceed with caution. Slow down, proceed when the way is clear. Stop, proceed when the way is clear. Stop, wait until the light changes to green and the intersection is clear before moving through it. Stop and wait until the light changes to green. Which of these actions is recommended to prepare for potential injuries or at a collision scene? Always keep extra fuel in your trunk in case of emergencies. Carry a well-stocked first aid kit and consider taking a first aid course. Wait for professional help rather than attempting first aid yourself. Avoid assisting anyone who appears seriously injured. Carry a well-stocked first aid kit. Special passing or climbing lanes let slower vehicles move into the right-hand lane so that faster ones can pass safely in the left lane. True? When driving with headlights on, in what situations are drivers required to use low beam headlights? Within 50 meters of an oncoming vehicle, within 300 meters of an oncoming vehicle, within 30 meters of an oncoming vehicle, or within 150 meters of an oncoming vehicle? 50? 150. Okay, so I was 100 off. Drivers who fail or refuse to give a breath or blood sample when asked by police will have their license suspended immediately for 30 days, will have their license suspended immediately for 7 days, will have their license suspended immediately for 90 days, or will receive a warning letter by mail. 30 days? 90 days. Okay. Oh, what did I do? What did I press? Oh, I think I pressed on accident the link button down there. The best way to stop quickly on wet or icy roadways is to brake firmly. If the wheels lock, release and reapply the brakes in quick succession until the vehicle comes to a stop. Apply the brakes as usual. Do not brake hard. Brake hard and hold the wheels firmly to prevent the vehicles from skidding. Do not brake. Release the gas pedal and let the vehicle slow down and stop on its own. Do not brake. I'll brake firmly. Okay, I'm just an idiot, I guess. Pedestrians facing a flashing or steady red hand symbol should wave at the red hand in order to be polite. Who made these? Cross slowly, race across the intersection as quickly as possible, not begin to cross the road. If they have already begun to cross, they should finish crossing quickly and safely, not begin to cross the road. The center lane of some roads is used as a two-way left turn lane, passing lane, short-term parking, emergency parking, two-way left turn lane. How much insurance coverage is provided to an uninsured driver? $20,000 insurance coverage, 15,000, 10,000 no coverage, no coverage. All right, we've moved location, and for some reason my thing stopped recording. So there we go. My screen's recording again. Yeah, my nephew was starting to fuss a little bit, so I had to move locations. Anyways, we were at question 15 from Rule 7. When driving through a construction zone with a traffic control person directing vehicles, drivers must focus only on the traffic lights, obey the traffic control person's stop or slow signs, ignore all signage, and follow the first vehicle in line. Drive as quickly as possible to clear zone. Obey the traffic control. Which of the following is the best way to minimize the risk of skidding when driving in snowy conditions? Use cruise control to keep your speed constant, reduce speed and avoid sudden braking, steering, or accelerating, speed up quickly to get through patches of deep snow, make frequent sharp turns to maintain control. Reduce speed. It is more dangerous to drive at the maximum speed limit at night than during the day because some drivers unlawfully drive with parking lights only. The roadways are more apt to be slippery at night. Drivers' reaction time is slower at night. Drivers cannot see as far ahead even with headlights. Drivers cannot see as far ahead. Alright. Which of the following maintenance practices can help reduce fuel consumption and emissions? Ignoring fluid leaks if your vehicle still runs, overinflating tires for better traction, following the recommended maintenance schedule in your owner's manual, or delaying oil changes for at least a year. Following the recommended maintenance. What must drivers do before entering a highway from a private road or driveway? Yield right of way to all vehicles approaching on the highway, enter or cross the highway as quickly as possible, make the appropriate hand signal, then take the right of way, honk loudly and proceed with caution. Yield right of way. And when is it not advisable to use cruise control on clear, dry highways, driving during adverse weather conditions, heavy traffic, or when fatigued, on a long, straight stretch of road during daytime, when traveling below 50 kilometers during adverse weather? I passed. I think this is like the first practice test that like is the rule question, like the rule test that like I pass on first go. That's awesome. That's actually freaking awesome for me. All right. Rule 8. Let's do this. What lane of traffic should drivers use when they intend to make a right-hand turn? The lane closest to the center line of the road, the lane closest to the right side of the road, the lane approaching from the left, the lane closest to the left side of the road. The lane closest to the right side of the road? Okay. A traffic signal with a red light and a green arrow indicates the green arrow is for pedestrians only. Proceed with caution in the direction of arrow. Stop and wait for a green light before turning in the direction of the arrow. Stop and then proceed. Proceed with caution in the direction of arrow. If you must turn right across a bike lane to enter a driveway or side street, you should turn sharply without checking for cyclists. Enter the bike lane only after ensuring it is safe to do so. Honk to clear cyclists from the bike lane. Stop in the bike lane and wait until the light turns green. Enter the bike lane only after ensuring it is safe to do so. When deciding to make a U-turn, drivers must first observe the height of the curbs, the sides of the road, weather condition, the turning radius of the road, posted traffic regulations. So you can't do U-turns everywhere. How many Dermot points will be recorded against a driver's license if the driver fails to remain at the collision scene? 4 points. 7 points. Okay. At what minimum thread depth must tires be replaced on a passenger vehicle weighing less than 4.500 kilometers? 1.5 millimeters, 3.0 millimeters, 5.0 millimeters, or 6.5 millimeters? I don't freaking know. I'm going to say 5. It's 1.5. How am I why do I need to know this? Is my question. Why do I need to know that? What should drivers do when exiting a freeway? Do what the vehicle ahead does. Signal, then stop to wait for an opening in traffic. Signal, move into the deceleration lane. Reduce speed gradually and obey exit signs. Signal and accelerate while merging smoothly into the exit lane. Signal, move into the ability. The hand and arm signal for slowing or stopping is indicated by circular motions of the arm. Arm straight out of the window, arm out and down, arm out and up. Circular motions? Arm out and down. Okay. Don't know why we need to know that when we have signals, lights. I don't get why we need to know the hand signals. because nobody uses hand signals. Not. Yeah, anyways. Street racing is considered one of the most serious forms of aggressive driving because it only happens on certain roads. It poses a high risk of injury or death to all road users. It is encouraged by police to keep traffic flowing. It reduces travel time for commuters. It poses a high risk. What is the recommended steering method for making a sharp turn? Using one finger to hold the steering wheel, using the palm of your hand to spin the wheel, using the hand over hand steering technique, keeping both hands on the bottom of the steering wheel and turning slowly. Keeping both hands at the bottom. Oh. Hi, Cuckoo. Hi. Do you want to come here? Come join us. My Cuckoo is always invited to join. This is my Cuckoo. And she's joining us. I love her. Anyways, what is the safest seating position for a child under the age of 13? In the front passenger seat, as long as they wear a seatbelt. In the back seat, properly secured in the appropriate child or booster seat if required. On the driver's lap if the child is very small. In any seat with an active airbag. In the back seat. Which of the following statement is true about the stripped buffer zone separating high occupancy vehicle HOV lanes? You may use the strip buffer only when passing a slower vehicle. It is legal to drive on the stripped buffer if traffic is heavy. You may only cross if you are driving a bus or emergency vehicle. It is illegal and unsafe to cross the strip buffer pavement markings. It is illegal. If you are approaching a lowered railway crossing gate, what must you do? Slow down and carefully drive around the gate. Stop and wait for the gate to rise before proceeding. Sound your horn and pass cautiously under the gate. Stop 1 meter from the gate and wait until you see the train pass. Stop and wait for the gate to rise. What should drivers do when they encounter a pedestrian crossover with the overhead yellow lights flashing? Drive through if there are no pedestrians on the road yet. Stop and yield to pedestrians or wheelchair users in the crossover. Honk the horn to warn pedestrians. Proceed carefully as pedestrians must wait until traffic clears. Stop and yield. Yeah. The nearest driver may park to a fire hydrant is 2 meters, 6 meters, 5 meters, or 3 meters. 6 meters. 3 meters. Okay. Why is it dangerous to pass between two snowplows working side by side on a freeway? It is illegal to pass any snowplow at any time. They are usually traveling faster than normal traffic. There is insufficient space, and the ridge of snow could throw your vehicle out of control. Their headlights can create a glare that blinds oncoming drivers. I think it is illegal to pass it. Oh, okay. There is insufficient space. Okay. Which of the following is a good practice to avoid putting cyclists at risk when opening a driver's door? Opening your door as quickly as possible, using your right hand to open the door, Dutch reach method to encounter a shoulder check, hanging a reflective tag on your side mirror, flashing your high beams before opening the door, doing a shoulder check. When you see a school bus with overhead amber lights flashing, it means the bus is loading or unloading passengers and you must stop immediately. The bus is about to stop, so slow down and prepare to stop. It is safe to pass the bus. The bus is turning right. The bus is about to stop. Okay. What is the safest action for drivers to take when their vehicle drives over black ice? Calmly remove their foot from the accelerator and steer immediately to the side of the road. Calmly remove their foot from the accelerator and steer in the desired direction. Brake hard while remaining a firm grip on the steering wheel. Put the vehicle in neutral and steer in the desired direction. Calmly remove their foot. A broken line to the left of a lane means drivers may pass if the way is clear. Drivers may pass at any time. Drivers must not pass. Driver may pass only during the day hour light. Drivers may pass the way is clear. I failed. That is bad. 11 out of 20 right. That is really bad. Okay. Do you want to get off? You go. You go check what's happening. All right. I'm gonna go try to pass the test, and then I'll be back for the next two tests. All right. So, one of the questions, I think it was the one about the snowplow, or maybe it was something else. I don't remember. There was one of them. I pressed the right one, and then on accident, once I got it right, I pressed the wrong one. So I repressed the right one since I had gotten right in the first place. And then question 10 and question 8, I'd forgotten the right answer. So, anyways, it is what it is. I passed either way. So now we can go back to the practice test and we can do rule 9. And then after this, there's only one more left to do. So that's going to be fun. In what lane must drivers be before making a left turn from a one-way street? The lane does not matter provided the driver signals. In the lane closest to the left-hand side of the roadway, in the lane closest to the right-hand side of the roadway, in the lane closest to the center, in the lane closest to the left-hand side. You should avoid opening the door of your parked vehicle unless you have turned on the hazard lights first. Use your left hand to open the door at all times. Are sure you will not endanger anyone or interfere with traffic. Honk the horn to warn approaching traffic before opening the door. You are sure you will not endanger anyone. Hydroplaning can cause vehicles to skid. The term hydroplaning occurs when the vehicle's tires skid ride to on top of. Okay, sounds good. Hydroplaning can cause vehicles to skid. The term hydroplaning occurs when the vehicle's tires ride on top of the water as if they were on water skis. The vehicle develops a flat tire. The vehicle encounters black ice on the roadway. The vehicle's tire pressure is too high. The vehicle encounters black ice. Okay. Okay. I guess that makes sense because it says hydro. I don't know why I said black ice. I guess in my head it was like water. So it's like you can't really drive your car in water, but I guess if there's like a lot of water on the road, that can happen. When it is safe to do so, passing other vehicles on the right side is permitted at any time on any street or highway. Is permitted providing it is possible to do so by driving on the shoulder of the road. Is not permitted under any circumstances. Is permitted when the street or highway has two or more lanes of traffic in the direction the vehicle is traveling. Is permitted when the street or highway. When driving a vehicle equipped with anti-lock braking systems on a slippery road, you should pump and brake lightly to prevent them from locking. Press the brake pedal firmly and let the system prevent wheel lockup. Shift into neutral while braking. Turn off to avoid brake propulsion. Turn off? Okay, press the brake pedal firmly. What should you do if you see a vehicle parked on the side of the road with the driver inside? Pass quickly without slowing down. Slow down and be prepared to stop if the vehicle pulls out of a door or door opens. Sound your horn repeatedly to alert the driver. Stop behind the parked vehicle to wait until it leaves. Slow down. How many days do New Ontario residents have to register their vehicles? 120 days, 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days? 30 days? Where there are no posted speed limits, the maximum speed in cities, towns, and villages are 50 kilometers, 30 kilometers, 60 kilometers, 40 kilometers. 40? It's 50. Okay. How many meters in both directions must drivers be able to see in order to make a legal U-turn? 150, 100, 250, or 50? 100? 150 meters. Okay. What documents may police officers require drivers to produce? All the answers are correct. Their own valid driver's license, the ownership papers for the vehicle being driven, a pink insurance slip for the vehicle being driven. All the answers are correct. If a vehicle becomes disabled on a 400 series highway, the driver should get out and walk to get help, get out and try to wave highway traffic around the vehicle, honk the horn in order to signal for help, pull over, turn on the emergency flashers and wait for help, pull over. If your rear-facing child car seat does not rest at a proper 45-degree angle, what should you do? Remove it and hold the child on your lap. Prop up the base of the seat with a towel or styrofoam pool noodle. Use only the seatbelt without the car seat. Place the child's car seat in the front seat. None? Okay, I was like very confused, but I don't know if even putting a towel or styrofoam pool noodle is even like okay. Like, how is that safe? I don't know. Okay, whatever the rules say, I guess. I don't make the rules. A flashing red beacon above an intersection means drivers must come to a complete stop and move through the intersection only when it is safe to do so. Slow down and drive with increased caution. Signal light is out of order. Proceed with caution. Slow down and, if necessary, yield right of way to vehicles approaching from the left or right. Drivers must come to a complete stop. When adjusting your seat, which of the following is the correct guideline? Sit as low as possible so you can stretch your legs fully. Tilt your seat back so you are almost lying down. Sit upright and ensure you can place both feet flat under the brake pedal without stretching. Lean forward so you can see the front bumper at all times. Sit upright. When approaching an intersection that is blocked with traffic, what should drivers do? Keep as close as possible to the car ahead. Make a U-turn and find another road that does not have a traffic jam. Stop and wait until the traffic ahead moves on before entering the intersection. Honk loudly to warn cars ahead to start moving. Stop and wait until the traffic. The first time they reach 15 German points, fully licensed G drivers will have their license suspended for 30 days, suspended for 15, 7, or 60 days. 30 days. If you pass a stop school bus that has its upper alternating red light flashing, which of the following penalties may you face for first offense? A mild warning from a police officer, small fine but no German points, a heavy fine and 6 German points, only German points with no fine. A small fine, a heavy fine, 6 German points. Okay. When a school crossing guard displays a stop sign, what are drivers required to do? Slow down and honk to let the guard know you are approaching. Proceed cautiously if no children are present. Stop and remain stopped until all persons, including the crossing guard, have cleared the roadway. Stop only if there are children crossing in front of the vehicle. Stop. When approaching parked vehicles, drivers should accelerate to pass them quickly. Honk the horn once for each parked vehicle. Slow down and watch carefully for suddenly open doors or pedestrians stepping out. Pass them in the same lane without adjusting your speed. Slow down. In Ontario, there is a seatbelt law only when driving on an open highway, only when driving within a municipality. No, yes. Yes. Okay. And a fail, but not as bad as the other one. I still failed, but not as bad. 14 out of 20 questions. Okay. Once again, I'm going to go finish this, and then I shall be back. All right, I got one question wrong. One of the questions I got it right, but then after getting it right, I pressed the wrong answer. Next, since I changed it back since I'd gotten it right anyways from the first start, which is an accident. And then question 13, I didn't read it. I just pressed one of them and I just got it wrong. So I kept it that way. But we passed it. So now we're finishing with rule 10. If you encounter a collision that you are not involved in and police have not yet arrived, what is the recommended course of action? Continue driving and assume someone else will assist. Pull over safely if you can do so without endangering yourself or others, and offer help. Honk your horn to alert others and keep driving. Wait until emergency services arrive before attempting to offer any help. Pull over safely. Which of the following items is recommended to carry in your vehicles during winter driving conditions? A spare tire and tire iron only, cell phone charger and a first aid kit, a towel and a bottle of coolant, a shovel, booster cables, emergency flares, blanket, and towing chain. A shovel. The accessible parking permit allows drivers to park in a disabled parking space even if the person with the disability is a not passenger. Issued to an individual entitles the vehicle in which it is displayed to be parked in a designated disabled parking space. All of these permits the person with the disability to park anywhere, including area signed no parking. Issues to an individual entitles the vehicle, yeah. When passing a cyclist, allow at least 5 meters between the vehicles and the cyclist, 1 meter between the vehicle and the cyclist, 3 meters between the vehicle and the cyclist, 2 meters between 3 meters? 1 meter. During poor weather conditions such as rain, snow, smoke, and fog, which beam should headlights be on? Low beam, high beam. Headlights should not be used under these conditions. It doesn't matter to have headlights on. Low beam. When a streetcar is stopped to take on or discharge passengers where there is no safety zone, what does the law require drivers to do before passing the streetcar? Sound horn and pass with caution. Stop at least 2 meters behind the rear doors where passengers are getting on or off. Stop behind the rear of the streetcar, then proceed with caution. Pass on the left side when the way is clear. Pass on the left. Okay, stop. When a police officer motions them to go through an intersection where the light is red, what should drivers do? Obey the police officer's signal and stop. Call the police officer's attention to the red light. Stop to make sure the police officer wants them to go through. Wait for the light to turn green. Motions them to go through. Obey the police officer's signal. What actions should be taken when a vehicle's brakes fail? Wave down the nearest police officer and shout for help. Use the emergency brake and honk loudly to warn other drivers while looking for a soft collision point. Press on the brakes as hard as possible until they rearrange. Pump the brakes rapidly and shift into a lower gear. Use the emergency brake? Okay. When turning left onto a one-way road to a runway road, you must turn from the right curb lane to the left curb lane, turn from the right curb lane to the right curb lane, turn from the left curb lane to the right curb lane, turn to the left curb lane to the left curb lane. Turn from the left curb to the right. Oh. If a traffic signal changes while a pedestrian is still on the street, who has the right of way? Motorist making a turn, motorist coming from the left, the pedestrian's motorist coming from the right. The pedestrian. When lights are required, drivers must use low beams headlights when following another vehicle within that distance, within 120 meters, 100, 60, or 30. 160. When following behind a large commercial vehicle, why is it important to stay well back? Because smaller vehicles use more fuel if they follow too closely. Because large vehicles have short stopping distances, so the driver of the large vehicle can see you in their side mirrors and you have more room to stop, so you can merge into a different lane more quickly. So the driver of the large vehicle can see you. What is meant by overdriving the headlights? It means that drivers are going so fast that their stopping distance is further than they can see with their headlights. All answers are correct. It means that drivers are using their high beam headlights at all times. It means that drivers are overworking their headlights, increasing the likelihood that the bulb will burn out. All answers are correct. Oh, okay. Who has the right of way over all other at intersection when the light is green? Drivers turning right, drivers turning left, pedestrians crossing the light, pedestrians crossing against the light. Pedestrians crossing against the light. Oh, with the light. Isn't it against the light though? Let's say the light going that way is green. Isn't it against the light? I guess it is towards the light. I'm stupid. It's okay. Why should you scan sidewalks and trails in addition to the roadway when approaching an intersection? Cyclists are never allowed on sidewalks, so there's no need to look for them. Children and cyclists could unexpectedly enter the roadway in some areas. Permit cycling on sidewalks. Pedestrians must always remain behind barricades if traffic is heavy. That scared me. Oh, there we go. It's optional unless you see posted signs requiring you to check sidewalks. Children's cyclists. In a minor collision with no injuries, if the vehicles are still drivable, what should you do? Block traffic to ensure the police see the original crash position. Exchange insurance details and drive away immediately without calling the police. Steer the vehicles off the road if possible to avoid further hazards and then call the police if required. Do not move your vehicle until a tow truck arrives. Steer the vehicles off the road. At an intersection where left turn lanes are marked on the pavement, make your turn from the marked lane. Does not matter provided you signal. You can use it to park your car. You can use it to pass slower traffic. Make your turn from the marked lane. Driver's license under the Graduated Driver License Program are restricted from operating a vehicle when any amount of alcohol has been consumed during daytime hours with the blood alcohol level over 0.08% without a supervisor. When any amount of alcohol? Okay. At an intersection without stop signs at all corners, which vehicle has the right of way if two vehicles arrive and stop simultaneously? The vehicle on the left may proceed first. The largest vehicle may proceed first. Both vehicles should proceed at the same time. The vehicle on the right has the right of way. Vehicle on the right. Which of the following statements is true regarding seatbelts used while reversing? You must keep your seatbelt on at all times, even when reversing. You may remove your seatbelt to improve visibility when reversing, but must buckle up before moving forward. It is legal to remove your seatbelt when reversing under any circumstances. Seatbelts are never required during reverse maneuvers. You must keep your seatbelt on. Oh. And I failed. Again, 12 out of 20 questions. That's why I was very, very surprised with the first one, because this is what happens. When it comes to the rules, I'm really not good at them, because obviously I haven't studied yet, so it's very normal, but I'm really not good at not failing when it comes to the rules, so I was very surprised the first one. But again, I'm going to retry and come back to you guys when I'm done. Okay, I don't know why I do this mistake very often, but after getting an answer right, I pressed the wrong answer. So I corrected all of those. But question 8, I got it wrong. I, for some reason, went back with the answer I'd gone wrong previously instead of the right answer. I don't know. I don't know why I did that. But we are done. I completed 60 out of 16 practices with an average score of 90.31%. And to pass the test, I need a score of at least 80%. I can't believe we're already done. Honestly, very insane to me that this part is now done. So now next time I'm going to start studying. I don't know what kind of video it's going to look like yet, but I'm super excited to get to the next part of this series. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please give this video a like, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye!